Who could forget what happened here May 18th, 2024? Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk for the undisputed heavyweight title. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson. Here we have Streak Killer from the United States of America. So here is it.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America. Wearing the blue trunks with blue trim, the Streak Killer. Fighting out of the blue corner from Igrum, Russia, a featherweight title holder known as El Ruso Mexicano, Yevgeny Gradovich.
One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Perfect counter shot. No rest for the weary. And he scores with the counter. Punch, counter punch. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. The straight right just misses. There's so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Halfway through the round and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nope, that jab not gonna score. Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so...
And there's the bell to start round 2. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Doesn't just want to win by knockout. They want to do it early so they can get out of here.
A win is not just a win for some fighters. They need to feel the blood, the crunch. They need to get that win.
Someone tell these 2 that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Throws the jab, it doesn't score. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. That counter shot lands. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You find the Swami, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
The straight right just misses. Nice counter punch right up the middle. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And there's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He just misses with that jab. It's all offense all the time. Hey, those punches add up. Through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
A perfect counter lands. Nice counter. Swing and a miss with that jab. Beautiful counter shot. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
Back at it in round 4. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's a counter shot. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. He threw a punch and just got countered. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've been in the ring with fights like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. big time on the scores.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important.
Time for the 5th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
That jab doesn't find a home. The straight right just misses. These two featherweights are going to let their hands go, you know that.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Couldn't land that jab. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They exchange punches. Just missed with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. The straight right just misses. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Catch and shoot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that.
There's the bell to start round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Do you believe what we are seeing? Fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Threw the counter punch, but no. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Good counter punching. Jab misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Laying back in. Now it's going to be a tougher fight because he's going to be confident.
Great work. I love that. I love that. Jab slick.
First minute, stick him in the end of your jab.
And there's the bell to start round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
It's all offense all the time. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How about that time counter shot? Can't score with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you...
Round 8, and we're off again. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
They are giving us a high-tempo show. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That counter punch caught him clean. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. Both men step back for just a moment. Parries that jab away. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. So close, but so far a split decision loss. Man, that one has got to hurt, Johnny.
A split decision, you know what, I feel sorry for the loser because heart and soul was laid out right there. Everything was left in the ring. There's no regrets, and we had a good time as well. They did the work, we enjoyed the action. Split decision, totally agree with it. You never know, we might see it all over again.